Hey, what is going on, guys? So we are live yet again. We're back doing the live videos, and I am just super pumped. Why? Because we are 19 days into the month of May, and right now, so the sales. Hear me out. The sales are a little underwhelming, but our items are continuously being added, which is going to result in big things in the near future. But real quick before we get started, check this out. Here are the results that we've had from the whole time we've been going with this amazing Amazon automated service that we bought into. We're literally just clients, and we paid for a service that is ran by a third party company, and they literally do all the sales, they add the products, and they do every aspect of the business besides us providing the funding. And so it gives us 100% passive income, and it's allowed us to make a good amount of money on the back end. So check this out. Here are the total amount of sales we've had from the whole time we've been started. Oh, it's not going to autofocus, but that's okay because I'll turn off my light here. There we go. So what that says is $82,857.64 in total sales. I'm going to turn this light back on, fix my focus because it doesn't want to do it for me. But that's okay. We're going to keep going because why? Because we're live again, new location, new setting. And, there was a lot of changes that had to happen for us to get set up, but we're set up now and I am pumped. So we've sold a total of 1,051 items. Altogether, there was 1,276 items sold. Of course, you have some returns, which amounts to, 225 items returned. So each item sold on average for $78.84. So that, it's not super high, but it's not super low either. It's pretty decent amount of money. So I'm going to show you the results from this month so far. Doesn't want to do it? Nope, but that's okay. I'll just autofocus it on my end. So for the month of May, this is what we've done so far. Autofocus it on me again. $6,658 in sales. Today, super underwhelming, $31.58 in sales. And, we're still moving. But the biggest thing that excites me the most is not the amount of sales that we're getting right now, but the amount of items that we're adding to our store each and every day. And so that's super, super cool. And I'm going to get into that shortly. So the total amount of items that we have in our store is 619 items. Our active items that are currently there, which are the ones that are continuously being sold right now, is 306 items. So before, when we were hitting our $2,500 days in sales, before, of course, this whole craziness happened around the world, before, we were, it was like a couple months ago, right? Before any of this stuff started happening, we were right around $1,500, $2,500 in sales per day for about a week. And, on that month, we hit $37,000 in sales. We only had 100 and something items. So now we're at 306 items. And there's this thing that happens. It's called getting buy box. And once you get buy box, right, that little buy box item, that means you are the first person on Amazon's list. When someone comes in and searches, for example, let's say they search a microwave, right, or a TV, you're going to be the first one on Amazon to sell it. And so that creates a lot of attention for your store. And then usually that means you're going to be selling them even more. And so when we did that, we only had it for 5% of our items. The buy box was only for 5%, and we only had 150 active items. And so what that tells me is that it does not really matter about how many items you are, how many items you're selling right now, but it matters about how many items you are going to be selling in the near future. And the only way you can get buy box is by having more items on your store that could potentially be in that buy box percentage. And so once it gets there, sales usually skyrocket. I've heard from multiple different people that have reached out to me. They said, yeah, I had a $15,000 month. And then the next month it jumped up to $60,000 or $80,000. And so we've had $37,000 month. We've had $20,000 month. We've had $10,000 or $15,000 month. Right now, we're just waiting for that to jump up and allow it to finally get up to 100,000 per month. Of course, we're still in the works on getting funding, and that is a constant battle that we have to deal with, unfortunately. But just so you guys know, if you get started with a Amazon automated store, that's something you have to do. Amazon pays out every 2 weeks. And what does that mean? That means you have to fund the store on the front end, however much you get in sales for 2 weeks at a time. So let's say you sell 20,000 in 2 weeks and it's a $40,000 month. You have to front 19,000 usually, or it's usually 18,000. If you make 10%, you're going to get back $20,000, 2,000 purely towards profit. And the rest you're going to want to use to pay off your funding or inventory credit cards, or however, you have a line of credit or whatever you're using to be able to fund your business. You're going to pay that off. Right. And so that's how it works every single month. And being able to scale past, let's say $35,000, $60,000, you need to either use third-party companies like Payability, or you need to use, business credit cards or something that's going to allow you to boost the amount of money that you are able to spend on a daily level, on a day-to-day, day in, day out limit. Like you may have only a $10,000 credit line, and then you get Payability. They'll let you pay out 80% of it every day. So, there are feasible options to get there. Of course, we're trying to get away from using Payability. We've been using them for quite some time, but they have been taking 2% of gross sales. So if you do 100,000 in sales, they are taking $2,000 right off the top. So now, instead of making that, that 70% profit margin after you pay your team, you're only making 50% profit margin, which is nice. It's still, if you hit $100,000 in a month, that's still $5,000 profit. I'm not going to complain about it. I'm sure you guys wouldn't complain about $5,000 passively, but it is still $2,000 that is going straight down the drain. And I know, at least me, I wouldn't want to do that every single month. I would want to find out an option to be able to resolve that issue. So yeah, things have been going well. We're just a couple months away from the year mark. We really need to start ramping things up. Of course, with the craziness going on around the world that no one predicted, that no one thought would happen until it happened. Like literally everything has kind of slowed down. The reason being is because we have team members in Las Vegas. We have team members that are running our store in the Philippines. We have team members that are running our store in multiple different places that are getting everything taken care of. Our virtual assistants are in the Philippines, and we pay them extremely well. We have some of them literally staying in the office that we have for them. And then all the rest are working from home. That causes a little issues when it comes to responding to customers, but they've been on it day in, day out. Our team that runs adding items to our store, and putting in more inventory items, they've been under martial law for quite some time. And that has been a challenge that we've had to overcome as well. But with this service provider that I am with, they have literally given us updates every, couple weeks, every month on what is going on. They send out reports telling you what your status is of your store and where you're trying to go so that you can continuously grow. And so that's been very, very amazing. And I appreciate them a lot. If you have ever thought about making an extra, passive income, what does it take to get started? Right? That's what everyone's asking. It takes $30,000. Now, do you have to pay for it out of pocket? No, you do not. Okay, there's multiple different funding options, and you can literally get started for $0 down, like I did, either through the company's funding options that they have, or through third-party funding options, like 0% interest credit cards, like I did, and you can get started, right? Get a store up and running, and then what we say is about 12 months you should expect to make that money back. So once that 12 months has gone by, you made your money back. Now you're going to profit every single month after it. So that is why it is super exciting. That is why it's amazing, because it allows you to do whatever you want, whatever business venture that you want to do, or whatever life goals, hobbies, things that you want to do, while you're still pulling in a good amount of passive income. All you have to do is pay off your credit cards, pay your taxes, and make sure your LLC stuff is taken care of, you know? So with that, guys, if you do want to talk to me, if you do want to reach out to me, drop down in the comment section down below a comment that says show me, and I will definitely reach out to you, or reach out to me on Facebook at facebook.com/tobias.johnson.716. That's the best way to get in touch with me, so that we can chat. We can either do a phone call, we could do a video call, or we could just message on Facebook, whatever works best for you. But thank you so much, guys, for following us on this journey. I'm going to continuously post these week in, week out videos on what our results are, our monthly videos on what the monthly update is, and how everything's been going. If you like this video, definitely drop a like down below. If you think someone else will find value from it, share it, because it makes me smile like I am right now. As always, let's go out there. Let's revive our lives together. Let's get it done. And until the next video, have a good one.